odd. And went for a while. And in a ceremony that went for nearly 4 hours, you've got to say, well, there could be cuts in certain places. And I would suggest that may have been an idea.
Anything weird happened at the Oscars last night? There were talking points.
There's always weird things when you get all of Hollywood in a room together, which is great because then it's broadcast around the world. So there was a weird moment. We mentioned earlier Adrien Brody won for Best Actor for The Brutalist. But oddly, as he walked up to the stage in a moment that has really divided couples all over the world, he threw his gum from his mouth into his girlfriend's hand, and she caught it amazingly, which is the real story, I think.
Did she? There's two stories there.
Yeah, it was odd though. I don't know if my husband threw gum at my hand in front of the world that I would so readily accept it. But
as he was en route to collect his Oscar.
I mean, look, power to him for having that in his mind and realising that chewing gum on stage during a Best Actor speech is not a great look.
And we have a little bit of Bond. James Bond, of course, in the news at the moment so much.
Yeah, this was a bit odd. So, of course, James Bond, the franchise, is a giant of the industry. And look, we always support a tribute to it, but I just can't understand why this one existed last night. It went for ages too. So, of course, as you mentioned, it's in the news because the long-time producers have handed over creative control to Amazon. There was a tribute to it done by Halle Berry, but it didn't mention that fact. So it's not really clear why this was happening at all. And then there was a musical tribute. And then another Doja Cat who did Adele's song Skyfall. So again, you're watching it going, well, why isn't Adele doing that song if we're going to do that song? Or why include it at all if she's not available?
So a bit clumsy sort of.
Just odd. And went for a while. And in a ceremony that went for nearly 4 hours, you've got to say, well, there could be cuts in certain places. And I would suggest that may have been an idea.
And the award for worst editor goes to who's responsible for this thing.